So here's the heart of the matter. There's a bolt that broke off. When you take this bolt out and you remove this plate, then you can turn that big bolt right there and that tensions the track. And then there's optional holes there. You can flip that plate over, and whichever way you put it, you're always able, no matter where you're adjusted to put that bolt, even if the plate is tilted forward or back. I've always adjusted my track tension, but one of these bolts, I don't know if I over tightened it, if it just broke out from vibration, I have no idea, but the head popped right off that bolt and the plate got lost. And the track is always having problems on the other side. So you can never tell for sure whether this track is getting looser or not, because there's nothing holding that big bolt in place. See how there's no plate holding that big bolt from turning? So I started on this before I brought the camera over, but I had to take my wire feed welder and weld a nut on. I burned through all these nuts and I tried it with a stick welder and that didn't work. You're sticking the stick down in there trying to make it stick to that metal underneath, but really you're just welding onto the sides of the nut here. And then you just have one little speck that's holding it on and it twists off. And I couldn't do it with just a nut, so I did a washer first so I could get a nice good weld at the base, because every time I would weld it, it would break off right where it attaches to the end of a bolt. I'll give you a couple other pro tips. I used a 90-degree angle grinder with the sander on it. You can just use a file or something, but this is the way to go. 4.5-inch grinder won't fit in that hole right there, and you can't drill that. There's no angle for it, even with a 90-degree angle drill. So I even have this drill right here, and it's not compact enough, even with a short drill bit, to get into that hole. See, you can get the drill, well, I guess if it was a really short drill bit, but I didn't have any that were short enough. Another tip is wait till it cools off before you try to twist it, because when it's hot, it twists off easier. This is a classic mechanics trick for getting out bolts, but it never gets more funner. You know, the wire feed welder is the secret. If you have gas, it's better to use gas with flux core. So now my bolt has a head. The other thing with the washer is you can weld a little bit on the outside and attach it. I think it's a little bit easier to weld onto a washer personally. So, for what it's worth, you gotta be careful not to drop a flaming hot nut down on top of the rubber tracks. I don't think that's good for them. There you go. Now I can order that new plate from Bobcat and lock this thing in right here so it doesn't move. If you like that, you need more tips about the MT100 and the various repairs that it'll need, check out my channel, Easy Eddies. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh guys, if you don't have fans in your garage, you're not happy, because that means you have to weld and smell all that smoke. I got a fan over there, I got my inside door open. Those fans are sucking air out of this shop so fast, it's not even bothering me from the smoke.